Once you choose hope, anything is possible. And Yusuf Kodwa is defying all odds to accomplish his dreams with his passion, courage, and determination. He joins me this morning on Game On Keeping It Real. Welcome, Yusuf. How are you?
Thanks very much for the invitation. It's fantastic being here.
Who is Yusuf Kodwa and how did your journey begin?
I'm just a kid from Overport, Durban, who happened to have been given some opportunities and looked at some of them through an open mind and decided to venture down the path and to see how far I could take it. Simple as that. I've had a couple of obstacles along the way, but obstacles are meant to be climbed over. Simple as that.
Yusuf, speaking of obstacles, you had a life-changing experience in 2021. Please share what happened.
In October 2021, at a cycling training camp in Clarence in a Free State, I suffered what is called a hemorrhagic stroke. Basically, a blood vessel in my brain burst and it led to a stroke where my entire left side of my body was paralyzed. And it's been months and months of rehabilitation so far, and I've been slowly coming back. Legs have been coming back nicely, speech has been coming back nicely. Shout out to my OT Unesa. My memory is coming back. I'm starting to remember things again, good and bad. Arm and hand are definitely female because they're taking longer, but we're getting there.
That's so great, Yusuf.
Thank
now,
you so much.
It's been a long journey. You've come out on top with your courage, passion, determination. You're looking so great. What has been your
I've
motivation?
been blessed that I'm surrounded by a powerful and wonderful wife and family who supported me every second of the way from the time I had my stroke, when I was in nappies and my wife changed my nappies, when all my friends would say things like, if my wife had to change my nappies, she'd take my credit card and run overseas quickly. And she stuck around and supported me all the way. So I have to say thank you to her and to the rest of my family.
That's so special and I know emotional at the same time. Yusuf, we have your wonderful wife here as well. Now, speaking about positive and your super journey, you've just recently returned from Egypt and you did something great. Tell us more about it.
I've been fortunate enough that I've been accepted into Triathlon South Africa's high performance program to try to make the Paralympics. And that is run out of the Prime Institute at Moses Mabhida Stadium under Dr. Kevin Subin. So he's the supervisory person, and there are physiotherapists and biokineticists and so forth that work underneath him, and I train underneath them, and they are in the process of getting me ready to try to make it for that event. So as part of the All Africa Triathlon Championships, they also have a para-triathlon section, which I went to compete in. The primary reason for me to go to Egypt is that when you have a disability, there are people with all sorts of different kinds of disabilities. So they want to classify you that you are racing in the correct category. So I went to Egypt to race, but primarily to get classified. You appear before a medical committee and they look at all your disabilities, and from that they say, right, okay, you can be in this category or that category. So the one that I am in is called PTWC 1, which basically means that I will be able to race in a hand crank wheelchair instead of a normal bicycle, which is in a standard triathlon. And then in the run leg, I can either use a racing wheelchair or crutches for the run leg section. So those are, and I'll race against people that are equivalent in that particular category as well.
That sounds totally wonderful, Yusuf. Now, that is one of your goals. What are your future goals in terms of your journey in accomplishing all your dreams?
So in 2011, when I was still an able-bodied athlete, I won the All Africa Triathlon Championships in the 30 to 34 age group. To the best of my knowledge, there hasn't been anyone that's won a title both as an able-bodied athlete and as a para-athlete. So my short-term goal is to become the first person to be able to do both, to win a para title and have held an able-bodied title as well.
You've been so amazing so inspirational in that time that I'm speaking to you so far, and you have such positivity. What is your advice to others?
My advice to others is never limit yourself. Everybody else around you will try to limit you. Take those shackles off, just get out there and do it. There's that famous, I think it was the guy that owns Virgin, Bryson. He's got a book that says, screw it, let's do it. Adopt that attitude in life. If you feel that you want to go out there and do a 5K run, go out there and just do it. Yes, sometimes you will fall down and not finish. Try it again until you do finish. Simple as that.
Such powerful advice. Now, you've been phenomenal. Before I leave you or say goodbye, I play a fun game with all my guests.
Sure thing.
Rapid Fire 5, just to get to know you better and just to lighten up our conversation. So are you ready?
Go for it.
Your favorite person that you would have at the dinner table?
Favorite person I would have at the dinner table?
Yeah.
Sure. That's okay, a challenging one. Sure. If it was for comedy reasons, it'll probably be a friend of mine, Marlon Roofsa. He's an actor, he's been on Igoli and so on. You put him on the dinner table, you're going to be laughing the entire night.
Okay, your favorite pastime?
Favorite pastime, I'm living the dream. I get to swim, cycle and run, which is, I took my hobby and I turned it, my dream, and turned it into my best pastime ever. I've adventured around the world. I've raced in every continent now, except for the North America. I've done everywhere else. My wife and I were fortunate that we lived in Brazil for a few years as well. We ventured to Colombia and so on. So I've raced all over the world, and I've been very lucky in that my sport has opened up so many doors for me to adventure all down those routes.
Okay, great. Complete the sentence. My pet hate is?
My pet hate is annoying drivers.
Okay, I have to ask you this one, right?
Sure thing.
Are you a Manchester United fan or Liverpool
Hell
fan?
no! Please! Don't mention that to me. So, what is hilarious is that my mother-in-law and my father-in-law are Manchester supporters. My mother-in-law is a Manchester City supporter. My father-in-law is a Manchester United supporter. So imagine the chaos that happens in that house.
I can imagine.
And I've just gotten access to get limited season tickets for next year for them. My wife insists that they won't go, but I want to go just to watch them watch that match. It'll be hilarious, like a comedy show for me.
Last one. I start my day with?
Start my day with coffee. Must be coffee.
Okay.
But unfortunately, because of my stroke now, I'm not allowed to have caffeinated coffee. So I have my wife buzzing around me all the time to make sure that the pod I put into the espresso machine is the decaf one.
It's been so much fun.
Thank you, Babs.
What a phenomenal journey. You've been a superstar. You rock in your own power, Yusuf. Thank you so much for
Only a
taking
pleasure.
time.
Well, let's do the next interview at the beach before we do our ocean swim. How about that?
Sure, that will be absolutely great.